think I've had like 4 of these this week. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a little bit more casual. I know I asked you guys, I think it was like a week or 2 ago now. I'm late to the game. But I asked you guys to just leave some questions that you guys have had for me, like wanting to get to know me, things that I like, just like advice, things like that. I don't know, I just find it important, especially like when, I guess, being an influencer or whatever. I just think it's important to know the people you're surrounding yourself with and get to know people, because the last thing I want you guys to do is just be following somebody and be like, I have no idea what this bitch is about. But again, I feel like for the most part I do get to talk to a lot of you one-on-one individually and like get to know, you know, things that you guys like and things that you guys are into, and like just similarities that a lot of us tend to share. So I think that's really cool. But no, I essentially want to do a Q&A just so you guys can get to know me just a little bit more. And yeah, so yeah, what better way to do a Q&A about myself than wearing a shirt that has my face on it? There's nothing extra than that. And that's on period. You guys know me, I don't want to ramble, but let's get into it. My favorite movie. Ooh. Okay, so I don't know, I feel like this is a lot of people. Like I have my top 5 and then I have my top like 10. And I've seen quite a bit of movies my entire life, but if I had to truly pick, and the reason being because I went to see it in theaters 8 times, and if you guys get to know me personally, I don't like to go to the movie theaters. Like, I don't know why, it's just like a thing. I don't know, I'm weird. But The Greatest Showman, I went to see it in theaters 8 times, and by that 8th time, I like knew some of the choreography, like I knew every word to like all the songs and everything like that. Like, it is amazing. And if you guys have not seen it yet, oh my god, you are so freaking missing out. And like, this is a movie like you want to turn all the lights off and just like really be in tune to it. And especially too if you're somebody who like comes from a musical background or just really like enjoys just like a message about empowerment and like not giving up on your dreams. Like, it is just I could cry thinking about it. I even themed my whole 22nd birthday party last year around it and made all my friends come over and watch it. So I think just because I've dealt with like a lot of like skincare, like skin issues in my past, now my skin is just finally like doesn't look like shit anymore. But even then I still use it. It is the Amazonian clay mask, or Amazonian healing clay mask, and you can either buy it on Ulta website or you can buy it on Amazon. It's the same price. I want to say it's either like $11.99 or $12.99, but it does freaking wonders. You take like a scoop or 2 of the healing clay powder, because it comes on like it's like a pretty solid jar. Like, it will last you like shit. I say mine lasted me like 5 or 6 months, like, and I used it like 3 times a week, so you get a solid amount. But I would pour like a scoop or 2 of that in it. I'd pour some water, and then I'd pour apple cider vinegar. And let me just tell you, even when my acne was at its worst, I would put that mask on, and then the day after, like when I woke up in the morning, my skin just looked freaking beautiful. And it also helped a lot too with my acne scars. So if you're someone who's not like currently dealing with acne, but you know, you want like your pores to be more minimized, you want like your texture and scars to be a lot better, not as much like redness and things like that, like that is probably one of my all-time favorite masks in the entire world. Like 10 out of 10 would recommend. 5'2" and a half. That half counts. No, I'm just 5'2". I don't know why though, like I've had this like theory in my head that like I'm like 5'2" and a half. I don't know where the half came from. I just one day I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna add that. It's just like a little spice on top. Just like I tell myself I'm allergic to mushrooms, which that's not true, I just don't like them. But yes, I'm 5'2", so I'm short. Okay, so like, and I feel like this is like a lot of people's like dream place to go, but my all-time like, it's been on my bucket list since I was like a little girl. I want to go to Paris. And I know that sounds so cliche, and I know so many people are like, because I know there's like this like thing where like if you go, it's like a depression type of thing where like it's not, Paris isn't as like grand as you expected it to be. And like, to be honest, like I know this sounds like super dumb, but like I'm okay with going for like 2 days. I just want to go look at the Eiffel Tower, like cry for a minute. I want to go back to like, I want to go to a small little cafe, eat a baguette, like, and some dessert, drink a coffee, walk up and down the street for like a minute, and then just go home. Like, I know that sounds super dumb, but I don't know, there's just something, I think it was just, the biggest thing for me is just like, just saying I did it, just saying like I stepped foot there, and like I took in the moment. It's not like I looked at it through a picture or anything like that, like I was there. So that is like, if there's any place I could ever travel in the entire world, it would be there. Okay, so this was like my second like goal place to travel. I know it's weird because it's not like anything like Paris or anything, but I had the wonderful opportunity last year for my 1 year anniversary. My boyfriend took us to Walt Disney World, and I cannot even tell you guys, like, if it is something that you can like save up for, you can have the money for, or just go, like, it was one of the most like magical like experiences of my entire life. And of course it's Disneyland, so of course it's gonna be magical, but like I still, like, there's days where like I'll cry because I miss going there. Like I have no words, like, just, and don't get me wrong, like our Disneyland here in Anaheim will always be like, you know, #1, but it's just, I can't even tell you guys what it, like, even just being at Animal Kingdom and like all the other parks, like just taking everything in, like there was not a single moment that I was bored or not doing anything. Like I said, I think about it all the time, and it was probably one of my favorite moments. And why it's so significant to me too is because like back then when we went in March, and that was our anniversary, so yeah, but like during that time I was like in a really, really bad place. So like it's really hard for me to like, especially if it's like I'm going somewhere like really cool or really great, like it's, if I'm in such a bad depressional state, like it's really hard for me to take it in and enjoy it. But even being in such a bad place, like it was like I completely changed my whole mood around. Like it was amazing, and it was something I will never forget. And we're planning to go back next year for our 3-year anniversary, but with everything going on, we don't even know if it's gonna be open then. So, but fingers crossed. My birthday is August 7th, which, speaking of Disneyland, I am kind of bummed because this is gonna be the 6th year. So every year for the last 5 years, or no, for the last 6 years, I just don't have a picture for my 17th birthday, but every year for the last 6 years, I have gone to Disneyland on my actual birthday. Like not before, not the day after, like on my actual birthday. And I've made it a tradition, and it sucks because I think Disneyland's most likely gonna be closed this year. So I unfortunately won't be able to celebrate and do that for my birthday. But yes, but which bums me out too, because I want to say my birthday's like on a Friday or a Saturday this year. So I'm like, I have all the opportunity to turn up and party, and I'm gonna be sitting up at my house twiddling my thumbs. I feel like this is a really good question. I don't know why I felt like I was like on Family Feud or something. This is a great question, Steve. I would have to say, out of anybody, between like my top 4 people who inspire me would be Demi Lovato, Todrick Hall, Jessie J, and Ariana Grande. Like those are my top 4. But if I had to truly pick someone who like genuinely like inspires me to want to work hard and like succeed, like, and all that, it would be Todrick Hall. I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with him, but if you guys are not, I want to say he's like 32 now. Gay black man, hey. But he's from Texas, and he, obviously, if you can take in the picture, he's gay, he's black, and he's from Texas. So growing up wasn't like the easiest life for him. And there's a bunch of documentaries about him. He runs a YouTube channel. He's been on Broadway multiple times. But like he's had a hard life, and he's had cards dealt to him, and he's just gone through a lot of shit, but he's never let that stop him from being successful. Like there's been so many opportunities. He's been dropped from like labels. He's been, you know, like there's so many like fucked up things that have happened throughout his life, but he still refuses to like let anything get to him. Like he's like, no, like, okay, this didn't work out, but I'm gonna make A, B, and C work out. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's so, I don't know, I like following someone who like literally just like is man-made from the ground up, like completely like did not use anybody, didn't need anybody's help. Like he one day was just like, you know what, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do it by myself, and I'm just gonna make it happen. Obviously, yes, like he has his friends, and now like he's really good friends with Taylor Swift and everything like that, but like he is just, he's just inspiring, you know, and I love what he stands for, and I love what he's about, and he truly is like your, like, if you had to give an example for like what a true entrepreneur is, it's him. Like when it comes to like his music and his dancing and his outfits, like it's all him. I mean, like, don't get me wrong, he has help, but like for the most part it is all him. And just to have that mindset to just be able to consistently create and just have the next project just be greater than the last one, and just again, just not give up on anything and just not let the world get to you. I think that's so inspiring. I think that's so powerful. And one thing, and I'll definitely link it in the description bar below, because that is something that so many of you have to watch. He did his life story in like kind of like a music video movie, so it's about an hour and a half long. So I definitely say if you have the time, take the time to watch it. But it's the whole movie about his life story, telling it, and he's telling it through the Wizard of Oz, which I think is really cool. So like little things that he's singing about, like he kind of just makes the two like kind of melt together. But like the songs, the costumes, like just, it is so bitchin', and it is so just inspiring, and it's really cool. So yeah, I'll definitely link that in the description bar below, but you guys really have to check that out. I love it. It's amazing. So yes, but if there's one person I had to say who truly, truly inspires me to just want to just fight for my goals and dreams, it's Todrick. I feel like this is a quick question to answer. I don't know. I'm fat as fuck. I just like to eat everything. But I will say I probably DoorDash like Mexican food in my house like every other day. Like when it comes to a good burrito or some good tacos, it's over. It's over. So I would have to say if I had to pick like a category, I'd say Mexican food and also pizza. Those are like I could eat that every day. But honestly though, like Mexican food, like ever since this like whole quarantine started, like that's all I've eaten. And then I wonder why I'm not losing any weight. But it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Favorite shows. I don't know. I have a lot. I probably could have summed this up with my movie one, but I'm like a whore for SVU, Special Victims Unit. Like I've watched every single episode of every season. Like, and even if it's on TV replaying, like I will literally like watch it all the freaking time. And it is the cutest thing ever, because like when I'm like really, this is like a weird little fun fact, when I'm like trying to take a nap or trying to sleep, I like to have my TV on. And it's really cute because if like I do fall asleep, like when we're at my boyfriend's house and things like that, like he'll come in and he'll put Special Victims Units on the TV, even though I'm not watching it or anything. But I like familiar shows playing in the background when I fall asleep, because it's more comforting rather than like just putting on some random movie. Like I don't know if I'm the only person that's like that, but it's really cute because like he'll come in and like he'll put that show on, or like any of my other favorite movies that I like watching, he'll like play it in the background as I'm sleeping. I don't know, it's just like this comforting thing. But yeah, that is probably like my all-time favorite show ever. Olivia Benson, that's my bitch. But I say that's like my top show. I love Dynasty. If you guys have not watched that, the first 2 seasons are on Netflix, and then the third one is coming, I want to say in like the next few weeks or so. Amazing show. On my block, Pose, I'll link like a bunch of other ones for you guys to watch, but I don't know, I like a good series. I don't know. So yeah, those would be my picks that I can think of off the top of my head. Ooh, this is a good one. It's hard because I feel like it's easier to pick songs from different albums than it is to be like this album as a whole. But if I truly had to pick, I would say her most recent album, just because there are many songs in there that I really can relate to, like Needy. I think that's like everybody, but like honestly, me. And then Thank You Next. I love that she fucking called out like all of her exes, and not like a mean way, but like the fact that she was like ballsy enough. She's like, we dropping names on this bitch. So I was like, I thought that was really cool. But like when she's talking about like, you know, like almost getting married, like for a lot of you that don't know, I was engaged when I was 19 and things like that. Like I was gonna be a mom, you know, like it was just like that's a story time for another time. But yeah, so like there's that I can relate to. And then like when she's talking about her dad, you know, like, and all her mom going through the trauma, like, you know, like I can relate to that. And you know, there's just a lot of other songs on the album that like I listen to and I'm just like, yeah, like it brings me comfort, and I feel like I can genuinely relate to a lot of the words that she's saying. So I would say if I had to pick an album, it would be that Yes, I do. It's, and again, like I said, when I posted my other video, I didn't post it for like clout. I didn't post it for like, you know, feel bad for me. Like, I just hate when people victimize themselves. And so like I make it a very big point not to do that. Like, I don't know, again, like when it comes to my past like traumas and pains, like I never like to be like, oh, poor me, like obviously, like, yes, like the shit that I've gone through, like it's really like traumatic, and it is heartbreaking, and it's like it was some fucked up shit that I've lived through, you know, for only being 23 years old. But like at the same time, like I want to use that to empower myself, and I want to use it to empower other people. Like, we are not victims to the fucked up shit that happened to us. Like we are better than that, and we are greater than that. And so like I don't know, like I want to talk about the things just because I don't want other people to feel alone. And again, I do want you guys to get to know me and what I'm about and why I say the things I do and why I'm so fucked up, or I don't know, why I'm so guarded sometimes, you know. It's not that like, and again too, like I feel like for only being 23 years old, I feel like a lot of the stuff I've gone through, you know, has helped me be a better woman and a more mature woman in a lot of ways. And so again, when I can feel like I feel comfortable enough to talk to people like that, I feel close to you guys. And again, I want you guys to feel like your past traumas and the things that have hurt you in the past, like it's normal. You're human. That's normal. So like, yes, if telling you guys my story times definitely is something that you guys want to hear, I have a ton of them. And I hate to say that, but a bitch has gone through some shit. It's weird because I'm not a really good person at being like emotionally connected in an intimate way. So like when it comes to this topic, I get like so like where did I meet Eric? Okay, so we met at a Red Robin, and I feel like there's a little bit, I'll give you more of like a backstory. So this is funny. So the friend who introduced my current boyfriend and I, how I met her was through my ex-fiance. So I know that sounds like really weird, which is funny because my ex-fiance and my current boyfriend have no idea who one another is. They just all have the same friends. It's really fucking weird. So yes, I remember I was obviously it was like a year or so that went by since I've been out of my relationship with my ex-fiance, and I was just, like I said, I was in a really bad place, and I was just like dating around, and I, you know, whatever. And I wasn't emotionally stable enough, even though it's been like a year. I wasn't emotionally stable enough to be like, yeah, like I want to date, or I want to significantly be with somebody. And I remember she's like, oh, like we were at a Cheesecake Factory, she was telling me this, and she's like, yeah, like I really think you should meet him, and like he got out of a relationship like only 2 months ago, but like it was a really bad relationship, and like he's just like, he wants to meet somebody great, and I think you guys would be perfect for each other. And I was like, like I really don't want to meet him, like but like I'll go to be nice. And so we pull up to the Red Robin, and I remember I'm sitting in the car with her, and I was like, oh, like okay, like just, you know, like just being me or whatever. And I remember he walks around the car, and he's standing there smiling, and I'm like, I look over at her, and I'm all, is that him? And she's all, yeah. And I was like, fuck, like literally that's exactly how that happened. Like I looked at him, he smiled at me, and I looked at her, and then I was like, because like, and the reason why, like I was like, is that him? And I was like, fuck, like because I knew literally in the moment, like just in that 2 seconds of making eye contact and him smiling at me, I was like, this is gonna be the person I'm gonna marry. Like, and I know that sounds so fucking cheesy, and I'm all smiling, and I'm trying not to, but like, I don't know, from the moment literally from the moment I laid eyes on him, like I was like, that's my person, like wholeheartedly 110%. Like I don't care what life brings us, like that is my fucking person. So yes, we met at a Red Robin, and we've literally been inseparable ever since. Like I even remember the night we met, like we went back over to her house, just like hang out and chill, and like me and him like ended up cuddling the night. But like it's so weird how like we've never met each other ever, and like it was just so natural. Like we've been dating for like months. Like it was so weird. So yes, we've been together for about a little over 2 years now. But it's super cute because we try to, because we met on March 2nd. And I remember he asked me to be his girlfriend on the 17th, but in those like 2 weeks, he kept asking me like, will you be my girlfriend? And I was like, no, I'm good. Just because I'm an asshole. And I remember it was the 3rd time us hanging out, and he dropped me off, and he's like, okay, bye, have a good night, I love you. And I was, good time. So like we said I love you early on, but no, we try to make an effort every 2nd of the month. We call it our meet-iversary, and we always try to go back to Red Robin and just have dinner there. It's just kind of like a reminder, like we're in love. So yes, that's how I met Eric, and he's a pain in my ass, but he's the love of my life, so. Tea time. No, not really. To be honest, and I feel like I kind of explained it in my like talk through video of you guys, like, you know, why I don't, let me cross my legs and get all proper, as to why, like, I don't post videos of myself singing on the internet, I don't even know what the fuck that, okay, I feel like because that happened, and like growing up and learning, like, at the end of the day, those people, again, like I kind of voiced, those people are people who talk shit about you on the internet. They're cowards, you know, they're going through something and they're just taking it out on you. So like to this day, like when, especially like when I take pictures, like, you know, dressed up as Ariana and things like that, like people are like, wannabe or fake or things like that. Like, okay, so because I'm confident enough to choose to be happy, and, you know, cosplay is something that makes me happy, and have the confidence to post that on the internet, you're gonna call me fake, when really deep down I'm pretty positive that you're just an insecure person who wishes they could do what I do, or who comments out on every other person. Because at the end of the day, like, and I've said this to so many of you individually, like, people don't just hate on you for no fucking reason. Like, they always have an agenda, and maybe you were an asshole to them at one point and that's why they're an asshole to you. Like, I guess two wrongs don't make a right, but, you know, people have their reason, can have a true reason to dislike you. But most of the time when people are just assholes on the internet, it's sincerely because they're coming from a place of hurt or insecurities, or they see, it's because they see you thriving and they see you happy and they see you confident enough to be yourself and post the things that you want, and, you know, not have a care in the world. And, you know, that's something that a lot of people lack. And I feel like that's why a lot of people hate on other people, because it's like, instead of just hyping that person up and being like, oh, I wish I was like you, like, go you, like, I'm so proud of you, most people are just like, well, that's stupid, or your mindset is stupid, or you're ugly. Like, and that's my favorite one. Bitch, you know I'm not ugly. You know I'm not ugly. So why are you calling me ugly? It's because you have an ugly personality and you want to take that out on me. Don't do it. Like, and that's why I'm so, like, such a big advocate on my social media. Like, just be kind to one another. Or if anything, if you genuinely don't have anything nice to say, just keep scrolling. Like, and again, we've all had those moments where we'll see something and we're like, what the fuck? Like, and obviously you talk shit to yourself in your head, but that's all that needs to extend to. You don't need to say what you're putting out in their comment section for what? What is that going to do? It's not going to make them feel better, and it's surely not going to make yourself feel better, because you're still going to be miserable at the end of the day. Like, keep your comments to yourself and move the fuck on. Like, obviously, if you want to be kind and, like, go for it. I totally, like, if you genuinely have something good to say and really want to make somebody feel good about themselves, put that out there. Put that out to the universe. But I guess as much as I could say when it comes to dealing with haters on the internet, just fucking ignore them. Because at the end of the day, they're lame ass bitches and they want to be you because you're hot shit and you're that bitch, and that's on period. Or you can be like me occasionally, where I just kind of like have fun with it, and like I kind of make fun of them back, and then they get like all mad and shit, and they're like, why are you being like that? Like, you started it, bitch. I'm just having fun with it. Like, yeah, like I said, I think because of the shit I went through in the past, like, you can literally say anything to me on the internet and I'll be like, so do you want like a hug or something? Like, you need some help? You want me to call a therapist for you? You know, like, I got you. It's okay. So, needless to say, don't let the haters get to you. Just keep doing you. Just keep being confident. Keep being happy. Just keep thriving. And again, whoever wants to hate on that, thank you, next. So believe it or not, this is like, I got this question 3 times, which makes me like really sad, and not like in like a, like, I'm not saying that to be like a dick or anything. Like, it makes me sad because it, like, especially with everything going on, like, you don't really think about it, like how so many people being able to live their everyday life, like, they're able to leave and have their own space and not really deal with it. But since everybody's stuck at home, it's like, it's in their face now, and it's something that unfortunately you can't always walk away from. If I'm being 100% honest with you guys, I'm going to try to give my best advice as I can to this question, but being 23 years old, this is something that I still deal with. I've mentioned this a few times to a lot of you guys, or just in my private life, but I don't sincerely have the best relationship with my dad, and even to this day, like, it's gotten better, but it's nowhere where like it needs to be or it could be, you know. And for me, it got to the point where it got so toxic, like I moved out, and it got to a point where like I wouldn't speak to him for years. Like, even back in the day when I was like 13, 14, like I didn't talk to my dad for like 2.5 years, almost 3 years. And even just as of recently, just even in the last 2 years, like it got to a point where like I didn't, like, you're dead to me. And it sucks because we deserve better. And you know, I think that a few things that I've done to really help me is just, and even if you can, I mean, I know everybody really, really needs to be safe right now, but there is, especially if it's something that is threatening your mental health or threatening you physically, like it is okay to go to a friend's house or stay there for a few days. Like that's an essential reason to leave, personally. That's just me. You know, some people might disagree, but if you're really in a place where it is not safe for you to be and it's really wearing on you, like it is okay to take the time out to leave or go somewhere where you feel safe. A lot of things that I do, I'm constantly in contact with a lot of my friends. You know, like it's sad, but it's also nice too that a lot of my friends can relate. So it's like one of those, we all like joke about it, like back to one another, but it's comforting, you know, being able to talk to friends. And I know it's hard too, because I feel like I can get that way sometimes though, and I feel like a lot of us can, where you're in such a bad place, so you're just like, you just shut everyone out. And if there's an advice I can give to you guys, is do not shut those people out. I know it's in times like that where you just want to isolate and you just want to, you know, be in your sorrow and just be sad, but reach out to your friends, because it just gets your mind off of things, you know. It gets into having a different conversation and really being able to be uplifted and not really think about all the negativity that's really going on. A big thing is just finding hobbies while you can at home. Journaling, I know it probably sounds cheesy, but like being able to like write your thoughts down on paper and really get that out there, like I think that is such an important thing to do, and I think that really does help. And again, that way you're not like overthinking it and whatever. You know, going for a walk, listening to music, that's one thing that I like absolutely freaking love, is I will literally sit in my room, I'll have like a candle or two going, and I have my headphones in, and I will blare my music as loud as I can. Like it's just, I don't know what it is, like it's like the music is so loud that it drowns out everything else. And I guess I would say another really big thing is I wish that's something that I had the confidence to do when I was younger. It's being able to have that conversation. You may not always come to an agreement when it comes to that toxic person that you're living with or you're around, but it's just being able to sit down and be like, hey, look, you probably aren't going to agree or like what I have to say right now, but I have to say it because it's something that is going to make me feel better at the end of the day. It might make me feel like I'm in a safer place. And the biggest thing I can suggest to you guys is always using the I statement. This is something that I've just even, you know, come to learn. And because when you're like, well, you did this to me, or you're making me feel like this, that person, even if you're already going in with like a lighter tone of voice and like, you know, being kind about it, the moment you start pointing the finger is the moment like you have zero chance of that person listening to you. So if you can, always go in with like, I feel this way and I'm really upset by this and I don't appreciate. It's just coming from that place of just like, I would really like you to hear what I have to say. And again, if you come to agree to disagree, but it's just being able to set your boundaries, like, hey, look, I know that, you know, you like to bombard me when I do this, but I would really appreciate it if for these 2 hours throughout the day you can give me the time to be by myself. Or if you do have a problem, I would really appreciate it if you approach me in such and such way. And again, I know it's hard because a lot of kids, and I know the people who did ask me these questions are from the age range of like 14 to 18. So I know in that time frame, you know, like your parents control everything you do and you don't really have a voice or a say. But again, if you can really try to sit down and collect your thoughts and be able to sit down and really have that conversation, I think that is so important. And I'll be honest with you, you know, you might have to have that conversation 3 or 4 times, but at some point it's going to start to register a little bit. It may not completely fix the problem, but it's just, it's you know, stepping a foot in the right direction. And so I guess that's just the best advice I can give to you guys, is just, you know, really focus on things that make yourself feel better in those moments, positive things. You know, be able to have a conversation, be able to know when to walk away or when to leave, you know, and just don't let it make you a bitter person. God, why am I gonna cry right now? I think a lot of the stuff that I've gone through, especially with my father, like, it has made me a bitter person in moments, and it's made me react to things very negatively growing up in my life, and it's made me turn to a lot of negative ways. And again, just coming from past experience, don't let it make you bitter, because that is exactly what the universe wants to happen, and that's exactly what that other person wants to have happen to you. Is they want to make you feel just as bad, if not worse, as they do. And so just, you know, like I said with all the other stuff, let that shit empower you. You know, let it make you a better person to other people, and, you know, learn what behaviors are not okay and what is okay. Yeah, I guess that's really all I have to say to that one. I hope what I said was good enough. I hope it was good enough advice. Like I said, I'm still at 23 learning how to deal with it myself, and it's learning in progress, but I feel like I've gotten better at approaching the situation and dealing with it. So like I said, it's just all about doing what's going to benefit you but also not harm you. So I love you guys very, very much. I kind of wanted to save this one for last because I thought it was cool. I guess not really. It is cool. Okay, so a lot of people ask me where I get the name Baby Doll from. Okay, I just want to flat out say this. Yes, I am a very, very big fan of Ariana Grande, but no, I did not get Baby Doll from her. I've actually been using that name forever, and I actually got it from the movie Sucker Punch. I don't know if any of you guys have seen that movie. That movie is in my top 10 for sure. It's an amazing movie. If you have not seen it, I want to say it's free right now on Amazon Prime. Go check that shit out. So essentially, and I don't want to spoil it too much, but essentially the main character in that movie, her name is Baby Doll, and she is like this cutesy, like kind of sexy, but like she's just like this adorable little just like baby doll girl, and but in parts of the movies, like she's just so like just fucking badass, and like that's a girl who, like, in the movie, like, she is going through some shit, but she's like, nope, I'm not gonna give up, I'm not gonna stop fighting, like, I'm just gonna be powerful. So that's where I got the name Baby Doll from, because I love how she's so cute and, like, just, like, you know, like, oh, like, she can be quiet and sweet and innocent, but, like, if you fuck with her, she's, like, she'll stab you in the neck, and, like, that's me. Like, I'm sweet, I'm cute, I'm innocent, but, like, I'll stab you in the neck. So yes, that's actually where I got the name Baby Doll from, is I think of it more as a term of, like, empowerment. I don't know, like, I guess that's really weird, but yes, that's essentially where I got the name from. It was not from Ariana. I got it from the movie Sucker Punch, and it's just been, like, a nickname I've had, like, ever since. And that's why, I mean, like, I know it's weird, not weird, it can't be, to give, like, your fandom or whatever, like, nicknames, but, like, I don't know, that's what I think of you guys, like, baby dolls. I think of, like, little warriors, like, you know, we're, like I said, I've been very, very thankful enough to, like, get to know a lot of you personally, and, like, you guys are badass bitches, like, and especially, like, the head that you guys have on your shoulders, like, some of you, like, are just, like, you guys are so smart, and you guys are so wise, and you guys are so just creative and badass, and, like, you guys have, I know a lot of you who have truly gone through some shit, and, like, I know too, even my questions that you guys have asked me, I asked you guys, and, you know, like, tell me something personal about yourself, and, like, some of the things that you guys have told me, like that you guys feel comfortable enough saying those things to me, but, like, I think you guys are so badass, and I think you guys are just, like, especially when you truly, you know, grow up and become an adult, like, you guys are just gonna thrive, and you guys are gonna be powerful and amazing, and you guys are just kick-ass baby dolls. But last but not least, I'm out of questions, but I'm sure you guys are curious. Probably not. There's maybe like 2 of you who are like, what's going on with that? Most of you are like, stupid. So I'm very excited, and I've been holding this off, as I made my own merch. I know it sounds really cheesy, and I know I'm, like, not that cool, and to be honest, I really was not gonna make this, but one of my followers, like, kind of got me in that creative, like, mode. Shout out to my boo, and you know who you are. But I remember he was, like, posting merch, like, if I had merch, like, what would you think I would have? And I commented, I was like, oh, like, that would be a dream one day to, like, you know, like, that'd be really cool. And he's like, if you fucking make some merch tomorrow, I will buy that shit. And I was like, seriously? He's like, yes. He's like, I don't know why you haven't made it sooner. And then, like, a few other people were, like, chiming in, like, yes, can you please make, and I was like, you guys make me feel cool. So needless to say, I launched an entire line of sweatshirts, t-shirts, hoodies, leggings, cups, just kind of that speak me. I tried, especially with coming out, I was working on this for like almost 2 weeks, and I wanted to like have pieces that everybody felt comfortable in wearing, and I promise you not all of them have my face on them, so you don't have to worry, like, if you're like, that's stupid, like, don't worry, I got something for you. But yes, so I did end up making my own merch that I'm very, very excited about, and I'm very happy to share with you guys. I'm very excited with all the pieces. One of my best friends has been helping me work on it as well. She's been like in charge most of the time. She's like, this is stupid, this is great, this could be better, this, so, you know, she's been very helpful. And I have given a few of you a sneak peek on it as well, and like you guys were like over the moon, and it like honestly made my day. So I finally got all of it in. I was able to, you know, like really see it all for myself and analyze everything and just make sure that it was going to be like top quality for you guys. So yes, with that being said, definitely go check out the link below. The site is now fully available and open. Also too, and I probably will change it at some point, but as of right now, anytime you purchase, and I'll leave a discount code for you guys below. If you guys use that discount code along with the items you purchase, you guys are going to get free shipping as well. So if you guys do end up purchasing any merch though, please, please, please send me your pictures, because I will literally cry and post them all over the internet. And again, I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. Like, I'm speechless sometimes. You guys are amazing, and the support you guys give and the positivity, and just like, you guys are so kind, and you guys are just so uplifting and understanding, and like I said, I wouldn't think of starting to do stuff like this if it wasn't for you guys and your guys' support and just constantly being there for me. And I love you guys, and you guys mean the world to me. Yes. So with that being said, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.